I mean, I guess this is where hubris gets us, isn't it? I haven't run consistently in years, so I will be running at least 1 mile a day for the next 30 days. The discipline and motivation that I once had, they are gone. I once enjoyed pushing myself and doing hard things. Now I enjoy being lazy and procrastinating. This is not the example that I want to set for my son. But all of that is about to change. Let's go. This is nowhere near as easy as I remember it being. Out here we've run just under a mile and a half. It is one of the hottest days of the year so far, so I mean it's April, what do we expect? All right, so day one in the books, it was not super easy. Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect it to be. Didn't think it would be. I'm not even sure that I want it to be easy, because if it's easy, then like what's the point in doing it, right? One day down, 29 to go for a 30-day streak. Probably shouldn't have done this in April if I don't want to deal with heat, but you know, it is what it is. What can you do? I already committed to doing it, so I'm going to do it. I hope. We'll see. Talk to me in 30 days. All right, so I just finished up my day 4 5K today. Kind of get a pace at the beginning of the month to compare to the end of the month. I run a 5K around the end of the month to see what difference running every day makes for a full month. I don't like how the run went. I mean, it went fine. I mean, it went as good as can be expected. It was obviously slower than what I used to be, but it's what is to be expected after not running in literally 2 years. So can't be too upset with myself. Day 4 is in the books and feeling pretty good overall. So we're out here on beautiful day 6. I'm tired. Just a little more mile, and not moving too much today. After not running for years, the first week back, not easy. It was not as much fun as I was hoping for. Everything in me just wants to plant myself on my backside and just kind of stay there for a while. We got around 13 and a half miles in this week, so that's a good start, but we're just getting started and we aren't about to quit now. We are out here on day 8, so I guess that means about 1 week behind us, 3 weeks and a couple days to go, and we've hit 30 consecutive days running at least 1 mile. I will say that I am tired. I am a little sore, but not bad. Yeah, it's definitely getting easier. It's getting to be more fun. Most of the days I've wanted to be out here. Today was a little bit more difficult to get myself mentally prepared to come out. But yeah, I mean, it's enjoyable. It's been beautiful weather this week. A little cooler than I like, but it's still super nice, super beautiful, super sunny. Yeah, just having a great time. Yeah, let's get back to it. If you had watched my last video, I had mentioned 2 reasons why I started wanting to run again. One, I have come to the realization that I am not as healthy as I would like to be, physically, mentally, emotionally, just kind of going through the motions in life. And yeah, I don't want to be there. And number 2, I want my son to grow up knowing that if you set your mind to doing hard things, that you can do hard things.
Day 12, dealing with a little bit of a ankle situation right now. It's kind of hurts a bit. Not sure what that's about. Probably just doing a little much. But we have finished up day 14. Longest run I've had in a really long time. 5 miles in the warmest weather I've run in a long time. So we're feeling good, but it's just so great to just get back out here and start running again. I'm remembering why I enjoyed running. Ankle held up okay, then trying to stretch it more. Thanks for the advice. My comments, the people call me out on stretching. I appreciate that. Day 14 in the books. Almost halfway there. So week 2 is when things start to take a little bit of a turn. Like I said, felt pretty good. End of week 1. Not great, but definitely, better than I think maybe I anticipated. I did mention not as much fun as I remembered, but what do you expect? But yeah, week 2, things changed a little bit. I started developing a little bit of an issue in my ankle, which definitely slowed me down a bit. I think, once you've been running a while in your life, you kind of are able to tell the difference between an injury and just pain from, overuse or building too quickly. So I was pretty confident that I wasn't injured. So I wasn't afraid that that was going to be an issue. But yeah, a little bit of doubt did start creeping in that that this might not work out, this whole challenge thing. But I knew I just had to keep pushing, and we'd make it through. One of the highlights for me in this challenge was being able to take my little guy out in the running stroller. It just gave us, good opportunity to have just some one-on-one time together. It allowed him to be able to just see more of the city, and it added an extra level of challenge for me as I had to push him in the running stroller. I don't know if this makes any sense or not, but out here on day 17, and for some reason, I'm trying to take walk breaks, easing back into it, right? But it hurts my ankle worse for some reason to walk than it does when I run. So don't know what that's about, but that is a thing happening. So yeah, but we are out here a little over a mile and a half, day 17. It's hot, but feeling good. Hey, we out here just chugging a long day. Probably 19? I guess, I don't know. I don't even know what day today is. I lost track, but less than ideal. It's wet, and it's cold, but we're plugging all. We're getting it. Feeling decent bit better today than I have the past couple days. I don't feel 100%, but definitely a lot closer. So we're getting it. Let's go. I was about to finish up day 21. This is the best I have felt in a while. I've decided to just switch things up a little bit. Switched up my cadence, my foot striking, work on my posture, and I feel a whole lot better. A little harder run today in the past, but it's cutting down on the pain, so I guess that's where we're at. All right, almost there. Coming out of week 2 and into week 3, my ankle was starting to be a little bit of a concern. So I just started focusing a little bit more on stretching, trying to just keep things as loose as possible in there, and also just focusing more on my cadence, my posture, and just my running form in general. And that definitely seemed to help as well. So at the beginning of week 3, I was kind of starting to doubt whether I would make it through this challenge or not. But definitely by the end of week 3, at that point, I kind of felt like, I had it in the bag. So definitely week 3 was a pretty big turning point. Alright, today's weather is less than ideal, but a run in the rain is always kind of fun. So here we go. Let's do this. Oh man, I have not ran in the rain in so long, and I forgot how much fun it can be, but also how miserable it can be at the same time. And I feel like that just sums up running perfectly. I am honestly right now just so wet and cold. I just want to get inside and dry myself off because it's dripping off my hat. I'm wet like inside and out, so let's try to get in.
All right, we are back inside and in some dry and warm clothes. Yeah, like I said, first time in a long time running in the rain, and it was a lot of fun, but it was also really miserable, and it got me to thinking that it's really just that's running in a nutshell, because like especially when you get to like marathon and really even into ultra marathons especially, what you experience is you really do experience the entire like gamut of human emotions throughout the course of a day. You really do hit the highest of highs and lowest of lows in those races, and I don't know, I just feel like so much can be like extrapolated into just life, and how, you know, even when things are going great, bad stuff's behind it, and even when stuff's going poorly for you, good stuff's behind that. So really just checking your emotions, balancing your emotions, and not letting anything get you too up or too down, because yeah, I mean, that's when, you know, when you get too down into the dumps or too into the darkness, it takes you out of your focus. It takes you out of like what you need to be doing. And then on the flip side of that, things are going really well, you can also lose focus. And then when things go poorly after that, the hard can hit even harder. So yeah.
Whew, I don't know what's going on, but I feel like I could be doing this all day long. It's perfect temperature, perfect weather. I feel good. Couldn't be going any better. So here we go. All right, me and little man just finished up 10K this morning. Longest run ever pushing the stroller, and I'm exhausted, but we had so much fun, and we earned ourselves a little bit of a treat. So day 27. We'll have 3 days to go after this. Feeling good, feeling stronger. 100% confident this is getting done. Don't even care. Break my leg, still doing it. I don't care. Get it done. Yeah, I feel good about it. All right, so we are officially 4 weeks in the books. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know if I was gonna get here to this point. I didn't know if I was gonna have to take a day or two to recover, but nah, I think we're getting there. 2 more days is, I think, fairly easily done. Definitely happy with the progress so far, happy with what I've been able to get done. I'm looking forward to, yeah, just what the rest of this year is going to bring. Yeah, looking forward to hopefully racing later in the year. 2 days to go. Ha! We're gonna get it. We're gonna do it. All right, we have made it to day number 30. We'll get out there, we'll get it done, and yeah, we'll fulfill the challenge. Wish me luck. I mean, I guess this is where hubris gets us, isn't it? Ha. That's what I get for saying what I said the other day. So I'm good. I'm stronger. 100% confident this is getting done. Don't even care. Break my leg. Still doing it. I don't care. All right, we are out here mid-run, day 30, last day. Little dude back there in the stroller, and I don't know what's going on. My ankle just like seized up on me. Not like the one that has been giving me the issues, but like the other one. And like I am like 2 miles from home,
And I have the stroller with me. So let's be done though. So we can rest. Did it. 30 days, at least 1 mile every day. And not gonna lie, today was a little bit rough. Like I said, ankle seized up halfway through, but we just kept pushing. Yeah, and we made it, and we're done. And was there ever a doubt? Yeah, kinda. I'd like to say there wasn't, but there definitely was a doubt or two that it would actually get finished. But here we are, 8:30. Mission is complete. So we have completed the 30-day challenge of running at least 1 mile every day for 30 days. Overall, I think things went well. I definitely think I probably went a little harder than I should have. My body was definitely talking to me about it, let me know that, hey, you're pushing a little bit too hard, but try to change things up when that happened, back things off a little bit, and came through it. No injuries, so I guess that's a positive. I ended up totaling about 80.5 miles for the full month, about 14 hours of running. That's pretty, I think, solid for first month back. I'd mentioned on day 4 that I ran a 5K. I was going to run some more 5Ks throughout the month to see what type of improvements I made. The first was 32 minutes, 24 seconds. Second one ended up at 31 minutes, 57 seconds. And then my final one, I ran it in 28 minutes, 11 seconds. So pretty solid 4-minute improvement throughout the course of a month. Looking back over the course of the month, definitely I've seen a lot of improvement in just how I feel physically, how I feel mentally, and I've definitely been sleeping better. Those are all wins. I proved to myself that I can set a goal, set out and accomplish that goal. I'm very happy about that. So where are we going from here? Definitely going to keep running. I've definitely had some people ask me, like, are you going to keep this up? Definitely not going to be a run every day, like super crazy run streak like some people do. But yeah, definitely going to keep it up. Targeting some races possibly later in the year. And get back to doing that because it's something I enjoy. Yeah, but it's just, one step at a time, literally and figuratively, I guess. If you stuck with me this long, go ahead and hit that like button. Drop some thoughts in the comments if you have any feedback, any questions you might have. Just let me know. I'll get back to you if I can to have something, a better understanding of why I am getting into running again. Click this video right here and I will explain all of that to you.